remember the last time silence answered you? Not the usual silence of an empty house or a windless night. I mean that living silence, the one that breathes with you, that seems to grow in the space between your heartbeats, the kind that seeps through the cracks of a locked door, the one that watches you while you pretend to sleep. That's how it began. The idea was simple: escape the city for a weekend, flee the concrete, the electronic eyes, the clocks that never stop, a camping trip with old friends, Clara, Miguel, Paulo. But now, I repeat those names as if trying to prove they existed, as if by saying them, I could keep them from fading, because that's what's happening. They are disappearing inside my memory, like old photos that fade only on the faces of people. The trail to the place seemed ordinary, but something shifted with every step. The trees felt closer, the sunlight colder, as if the world was gently tightening around us, like someone whispering, "Go back." But no one hears the warning when they're laughing. And we laughed, with beer cans and recycled jokes, as if time had been suspended in that endless Saturday. But even laughter has a strange echo when the forest is listening. The campfire crackled without wind, and the sky was too clear, too many stars, as if something up there was leaning in just to watch us better. You know, something's not right when nature seems too perfect, when everything feels staged. That night, the breeze stopped, not slowed, stopped, as if the air had frozen between 1 second and the next. And at that moment, I felt for the first time that time was wrong, that the place wasn't just a forest. It was an open mouth, and we were camping inside it. While the flashlight flickered in my fingers, I noticed something I hadn't before. The sound. There was none. No crickets, no rustling leaves. Not even the thump of my own chest seemed willing to go on. The forest had gone silent, but not like something sleeping. It was listening to every step, every breath we took. It felt like being surrounded by eyes that never blink. Miguel was the first to notice. He said his watch had stopped at 2:17 a.m., even though it was replaced just last week. We laughed. We were still laughing then. But Paulo confirmed. His had stopped too. Different brands, same time. Clara just looked around as if she already knew what it meant. Small signs, almost foolish. The fire that gave no heat. The food that tasted like iron. The compass spinning like a drunken top. But that's how real horror presents itself. Never in grand displays, but in the cracks of normality. In the glass that shatters on its own. In the photo that vanishes from your phone. In the name you forget of someone you've known forever. That second night something passed between the tents. We didn't see it, but we heard it. The sound of bare feet dragging slowly across damp earth. Very slow, as if they wanted to be heard. As if they were saying, "I'm here, and it's not time yet." Clara cried silently. Miguel pretended to sleep. I just held my breath, waiting for it to pass. But it passed inside us, and then silence spoke. Miguel vanished. We woke up to Clara's scream, but I don't remember the sound, only the emptiness that followed. His tent was open, backpack still beside it, zipper closed from the inside, like someone who had evaporated, leaving everything behind. There were footprints by the edge of the lake, only going out. No splash, no sound, just the smooth surface of the water, reflecting a moonless sky. We searched for hours. Every tree looked the same. Every direction led to the same place. The GPS spun endlessly. Paolo said it was just panic, disorientation, but I saw it in his face. He knew too. The trail was gone. The forest swallowed us gently, like someone closing their eyes to dream of our loss. That's when the sounds began. First, cracking. Then, voices. Low, muffled, like whispers inside a bucket. Calling names. Not just Miguel's. Mine. Clara's. Paolo's. And then, the fire went out. No wind. No warning. Just a sigh. One last warmth before the void. Do you remember the look someone leaves behind when they go? Clara no longer spoke. She sat near the lake, murmuring something we couldn't understand. Paolo tried to hold on to sanity, talking about survival techniques, alternative trails, rescue signals. But his eyes were empty, as if he had already given up. But his body hadn't noticed yet. The nights became a blur of delirium. Time no longer existed. Hunger didn't hurt anymore. Only the waiting. Waiting for something we couldn't name, but knew was coming. Because it was. Always closer. Always more present. On the fourth night, the voice called me. Not from outside, but from within. As if my own mind had been invaded by an echo that wasn't mine. It said things I dare not repeat. Things I secretly feared were true. Things about my childhood. About my mother. About what I did. And Paolo vanished like Miguel. Same pattern. Same void. Same absence. Only Clara and I were left. And she was no longer Clara. Her eyes fixed on something behind me, even when nothing was there. And when she spoke, her voice wasn't hers. It was slower, deeper, as if something was using her vocal cords as a passage. As the world crumbled around me, I walked, not seeking a way out, but an explanation, a meaning. Because sometimes the only thing that keeps someone alive isn't hope. It's the fear of not understanding. The trail reappeared suddenly, as if it had never disappeared, as if all of it had been a detour from within, not outside. Clara stayed, or what was left of her. She didn't look at me, didn't breathe. She just was, trapped, or free in a way I'll never know. I walked for hours, or minutes, or weeks, and then I saw asphalt, a road sign, a car, a face, people. But time was wrong. Everything was delayed. They said I'd been missing for 2 days. 2. But my beard had grown. My nails too. My stomach had shrunk. My pupils dilated. And there was something on my back, like thin claws. But no sign of Clara, or Paolo, or Miguel. No one knew them. No record. No social media. No memory. Only me. And one photo on my phone. The 4 of us in front of the lake. But their faces, blurred. Only mine was clear. With a smile I swear I never made. If you've listened this far, it's already too late. Some stories aren't just memories. They're seeds. Fragments of something else. Echoes of a place that exists between what we remember and what we dream. A place that calls, that slips into silence, that marks those who dare to listen. Do you also feel that something is about to happen? Have you seen footprints where no one should be? Have you forgotten the name of someone you were sure you knew? If so, maybe you've already been there. Maybe you're on your way back. And maybe, just maybe, what awaits you isn't the end, but the beginning of the story that never ends. The campsite is still there, waiting, like a scar on the map, like an echo in your memory. And the most terrifying part is knowing that one day, without any reason, you might wake up in the middle of that clearing, with a name in your head, and no reflection around